Hi guys, it's your buddy Glasgow once again. Welcome back to my channel. Sad news today for the Star Wars universe. Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, did die this morning. With complications of a heart attack. It was around 9 a.m. my time. I guess the reports of her getting a little better over the weekend were false. I mean, I've always agreed with her political opinions, but I respected her as a person. Just like many other Hollywood and many other people, we don't get along with political views, but I still respect them as a person. I knew her mainly through her movies. I never knew her personally. Star Wars was always the best I was associated with, but she did a lot of stuff behind the camera as well. Similar to Mark Hamill. I believe the guy who did R2-D2 inside the caricature, when he was on TV, the little waddler guy, he passed away not too long ago as well, I believe. And we also lost Michael Bolton. But as you can see, it's kind of a depressing day after Christmas. But life goes on. It's okay to be upset, because I know a lot of fans out there are. Makes you kind of wonder how they're going to do episode 9. Now, she did finish episode 8, from what I understand. And, so she'll still be in episode 8, but what will they do to continue with 9? Now, here's a spoiler alert, so you might want to cover your ears about Rogue One real quick. They did great work with her computer generation in Rogue One, so they could possibly continue that on in episode 9. I mean, it's Disney. They have the money. So if they did that, it could continue. Okay. Now you can uncover your ears. Spoilers over. I wondered if she would recover. I didn't think she would, because she has had a history of drug and alcohol problems in the past. Usually when you get someone that age, they will not recover that well, especially if they had heavy drug use. It is sad. I'm not I'm not doubting her. It does, of course, get me a little emotional because of she's close to my mother's age. In fact, my mom said that today. I said, did you know Carrie Fisher died? I said, she died this morning. And he goes, yeah, and I didn't realize she was 60 just like I am. So, which I kind of knew. But it just makes you think. To hold on to people. Care about them. As much as you can. Don't let them go. Don't take them for granted, I should say. So, anyway. After hearing the news, where was that? Made me think of back to just after episode 7. And I had created a little piece for episode 8, which we still don't know the details yet of episode 8, and no one had at the time. So I just jotted down a few little things about how I would handle episode 8. And as a small little tribute, Carrie Fisher, I'd like to share it with you. Now, like you all know, I don't do fancy dazzle effects on my show. So you'll have to use a bit of imagination. Okay. This would be my take on episode 8. I'm going to give you 2 teaser trailers. And then the crawl. And a possible 3rd teaser that I thought about, but I never wrote down. So you gotta use your imagination. So here we go. Now, teaser 1. Screen is black. You hear a female voice. I need your help. Screen flash of a pair of legs and skiffed white armor walking, and then back to a dark screen. A male voice. You only come to see me when you need my help. The screen reveals LucasArts logo and the Disney logo. And probably some dramatic music. Screen reveal General Leia as a female voice. I need your help to save my son. Show a new mask, Kylo Ren with the lowest frame behind him, looking towards the screen. The male voice. Your son is lost. To which Leia replies, no. He can still be saved. I know he can. Screen. Show Ren slashing and killing humans. The male voice. Your whole family has been a scar upon the galaxy. Show the quick clips of Rey, Luke, and Vader. The male voice. I will find your son. Show a dark cloaked figure approaching a sitting General Leia. The male voice. And I will do what I should have done a long time ago. I will kill every Skywalker. Then with screen, a yellow lightsaber blade activates, and the glow reveals a white Mandalorian-like helmet. The yellow slashes across the screen, and the screen goes black. And then slowly reveals the movie title, Star Wars, Episode 8, 2007. That's what I thought of after I seen 7, and then another week later I came up with a second teaser. Again, gotta use your imagination. The screen is black, starts out black. Then the LucasArts logo revealed as the grim, dark, crackled voice of Snoke voices over as we see a kneeling Kylo Ren basking in the glowing red light of the fire pits of what looks like Mustafar. Snoke. Are you ready for your final task and completion of your training, my apprentice? Ren looks up to reveal his scarred face. Yes, my master. Show Ren approaching his mother, General Leia, and her slowly backing away as the voiceover from Snoke continues. And then Leia, fight him, Ben. You don't have to do this. Ren, yes I do, mother. Kylo Ren activates his brand new lightsaber. Leia, know that I never stopped loving you. She stops backing away and takes a defensive stance. She pulls out and grasps with both hands a saber hilt. Screen goes dark as she activates her lightsaber. Then the title reveals Star Wars, Episode 8. And the subtitle revealed for the first time, Return of the Emperor. Then you hear Palpatine laughing. So that was my two trailers. I also thought of a third I didn't write down quite yet. I couldn't quite figure out quite well, because it would reveal more of the mysterious figure from the first teaser, which you learn about in the crawl, which I did make the crawl at the beginning of the movie. So the third teaser trailer was going to be a bit more action. You're going to see more lightsabers, a bit more action and force use. You would see Luke, Rey, Kylo, Snoke, the new guy. I'll tell you about his name later in another video. I'll tell you now his name is Jacques Rule. Guy I had come up with a couple years ago. And then there's that. I'll tell you more about him later. But let's go do the crawl for that I'd come up with for the beginning of my version of Star Wars Episode 8. Of course, you got the Star Wars title, the music, and the crawl. Episode 8, Return of the Emperor. Luke Skywalker has been reunited with his daughter, Rey Skywalker. However, neither this reunion nor the news of the death of her beloved Han Solo has spurred Luke into rejoining the Resistance, as General Leia Organa had hoped. Furthermore, the Resistance has learned that since the destruction of Coruscant by the Starkiller base, the First Order has been attempting to find and eliminate the remaining Senate leaders. The Resistance is frantically attempting to reestablish the Galactic Senate with the remaining senators in an attempt to keep the fragile Republic together. Meanwhile, Kylo Ren, having healed his injuries from his battle with Rey on Starkiller base, has resumed his quest to become the most powerful Sith Lord ever, even greater than his grandfather, Darth Vader, and even the Emperor, Darth Sidious himself. Kylo Ren and Rey Skywalker have both been completing their training. Ren on Korriban by the Sith Lord Snoke, and Rey by her father Luke at the First Jedi Temple on Ahch-To. This has left General Leia with little choice but to find an old rebellion ally, the last known living survivor of the Jedi Purge, Valen Jacques Rule, who has been in hiding since the fall of the Emperor Palpatine on Endor. She, along with Poe Dameron and Finn, are heading to the Outer Rim, to its last known location, an old Mandalorian outpost on the planet of Shavako. And that's where we'd come in and see the starship, and they're hunting him down. And that's where I started off. My idea with Episode 8 was to focus on Princess Leia, or General Leia. I had figured that with the way they would probably go with these next 3 movies, but since they're trying to get rid of the old cast to introduce a new cast, they may possibly kill off one of the old members every film. Harrison took it in the first one because he wanted to kill off the character. I would have thought that maybe in Episode 8 you might have a Ben Kenobi moment with Luke, like in Star Wars, or that may be saved until Episode 3. I don't think they would have killed off Carrie in number 8. My verse with Princess Leia was actually this episode was going to focus on the entire, not just the new people, but was going to start coalescing and start finishing off the Skywalker family. Even though Star Wars is mainly based around the Skywalkers, you still have to have a good go. At the time when I made this, and still until Episode 8 comes up, many people believe that Rey is Luke's daughter. And it's a good common thing. You could reveal, in mine, you would reveal that Mara Jade was her mother and that she was killed by Kylo. There's a lot of things you could play with. But my main thing was not that the character I made was not really a main character, more of a catalyst. He was more similar of not really a friend, but not really an enemy. And my purpose with 8 that I was starting to get off with was to surprise everyone with Leia. I was going to make her more of an active character. She was no longer going to be the damsel in distress. I liked her in Star Wars. She was strong, willful. She did it mostly with Empire Strikes Back, and until she fell in love with Han Solo. But in Star Wars, she kind of fell a bit because she became the old-fashioned damsel in distress. 7 did not bring that back too much. She didn't have much of a role. And you did get to see a bit of her force power. Episode 8 was meant to establish, as if you could imagine with the teaser trailers, giving her a more active role. You would learn that she did learn a bit of, though she wasn't as great with the Force, she did learn saber play. Now, she wasn't going to go all ape shit like Yoda did in Attack of the Clones. But she's going to be able to hold off for her own. And then you could start, by doing this, you need to work on pouring off who they would fight with. Because then you would have Kylo Ren, you'd have Snoke, and then, of course, by the title, the hint of the return of the Emperor, Palpatine himself. Does he make a return? Or is he just a Force ghost? And you say, you don't know that yet. I'm not going to tell you. So this would leave you with Rey, Luke, and now you have the third guy, Jacques Rule. And then you'd have 3 people, a 3-on-3 combat. You can switch up. And Rule, when you find out when I go in another video about him, so you can figure out who the hell he is and what I based him off of his whole history. He's a pretty good kind of badass. He's not quite a Jedi. He's not quite a Sith. He's more of a dark Jedi. I think you'd be pretty impressed with what he does, and then I will probably give you the 3rd trailer in that video. But this is not... I just wanted to make this a bit of a little tribute to Miss Carrie Fisher. So, our Princess Leia. And I hope they just don't kill her off and 8 because she has died in her life. There's a lot of things they can do. I know a lot of the cast members were hit hard, like I know Hamilton and Ford. The guy who plays Chewbacca in C-3PO. And they took it hard. I'm sure George Lucas is taking it hard. So, my thoughts and my wishes are for her family and everyone else who is having a hard time with this. And I hope that we all do send good feelings, thoughts, and prayers to them as well. And that's what I ask. Let me know what you think. Do you like my trailers? And all that. What do you think about the death of Carrie Fisher? Go down below, like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know. Maybe we'll have a bit more of a discussion. Alright, as always, you guys take care. And I will see you next time.